Honey, I really love you, but I'm no longer in love with you. So if you want to hear more things that I hear pretty much on a daily basis as a divorce lawyer, stay tuned. You'll love it. Welcome back. In case you're new here, where the hell have you been? I've got over 300 terrific videos, so check them out. Welcome to the party. Always welcome. In case you're new, I'm Jonathan Noble, divorce and family law attorney, licensed in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the Garden State. And today I'm going to go through a short list of things that I hear on a regular basis as a divorce attorney. The purpose of the video is, frankly, if you have a valid prenup, if somebody says these things to you after you're married, it doesn't matter that much. Unless you have children, then it can be an issue. But if you get married and you have a valid prenup, there won't be a long, drawn-out battle. You're just going to get to the finish line a lot sooner with less costs and aggravation. So here's some of my more popular things that I hear through the lens of a divorce lawyer. I love him, but I want to kill him. That usually doesn't end well. It usually means that you're doing something that makes your spouse unhappy, and they just can't handle it anymore, no matter what it is. And it could really be nothing, but feelings are feelings, right? 2, I can't stand his or her family or parents. Now, in a lot of cultures, the extended family is a very important part of the equation. So if you marry someone and you don't like their parents, or they're meddlesome, or they're judgmental, and you feel like it's getting in the way of your relationship with your spouse, not good. Try to sniff that out before you get married. It never gets better. Now, if you love their family and they embrace you as their own, that could be a terrific situation, but all the pieces have to fit together. But I do hear that a lot, that the family is driving a wedge between the two people, which is a real shame. She withholds intimacy or sex. She withholds sex as a weapon. Happens all the time. Don't let that be you. Nip it in the bud. And if you're dating someone and they turn cold or put up walls during the courtship period or whatever period before you walk down the aisle, do not marry. It is never a recipe for a successful marriage when one person disengages like that. And as a subheading to that, if they no longer engage in intimacy in an enthusiastic or playful way, if it's just gratuitous sex, not going to end well. You get tired of it. Do not marry. All right? It's very difficult to change that dynamic. The playful, fun woman that you were dating becomes a miserable wet blanket, and nothing is good enough. I hear that complaint a lot, where you could be the world's greatest provider, world's most thoughtful husband, but for any reason or no reason, she stops engaging in a playful, fun way. There's no affection coming from the other person proactively. It's bad. Who wants to live like that? Not me. Here's one that I hear all the time in divorce consultations. They got really fat, and I'm no longer attracted to them, and they won't do anything about it. That is a tough one. You know, if someone is not on the same page as you and wants to be the best version of themselves in order to keep you attracted, not going to end well. Okay, got a couple more, so stay with me. He stopped courting me after we got married. He stopped trying to woo me. All right, so you're only as good as your last attempt to make the other person happy. If you're hearing this kind of thing, do not marry. All right. You can only be so consistent, and life happens. And sometimes people have expectations that are wildly out of whack. And there's got to be good give and take. You know, if you love each other and you want to spend the rest of your lives together, presumably that's why you got married. Here's another one that you need to think about if you're out there dating. If the other person's been married and divorced, especially if they've been married and divorced more than once, red flag. You really got to vet carefully and for a long time to get to the bottom of really what happened. You'll never know because you'll only get one side of the story, and it'll probably be fragmented story too. So be careful. Don't make the mistake of rushing into anything that could be very difficult to get out of. So I'm going to go back to why you need a valid prenup. And I know I have viewers and subscribers all over the world, and every jurisdiction is different. But if you're in a prenup-friendly jurisdiction, like a Pennsylvania, for example, where the courts look at prenups like a contract, they don't go into anything else other than was there fraud involved and the other person get full and fair disclosure. So I like to draft prenups before any wedding date is set. Give the other person as much time as they want or need to consult with counsel of their own choosing. I can't tell you how many people call me 2 weeks before the wedding and beg me to draft their prenup, and I won't do it because it probably won't be upheld with that tight a window. There's always back and forth negotiations too, almost always, when I'm drafting a prenup. So one last bonus thing that I hear all the time. This is usually from women that come in for a divorce consult. I thought he would be a better provider. I thought he would be a better provider. So for some reason, sometimes people have this fantasy that you are going to be able to somehow make 5 times what you're currently making when you get married. And that just never happens the way that somebody might want it to. And then they get angry and then they withdraw from you. Don't let that be you, okay? Make sure everybody's expectations are in the right place, okay? Like, comment, add a comment, something that you've seen. That's like some of my most recent hit lists that I've seen. Subscribe. We should have over 100,000 subscribers, and you can help make that happen. All right? Be careful out there.